Phase Sana has me on chokehold. We'll see what I managed to do today. I'm not doing much cardio, even though I would. We'll see. Let's go. I'm procrastinating. That time I only have an hour. I need to
The most important thing to me now is being in touch with myself.
Hey, what's good, Bangani? Welcome back to another episode of Wellness Wednesday with a little bit of a twist. Today we are not smelling of sweat, we are not looking crusty. We are just here to talk, and I hope to keep this video short. And if anything, I hope that this video inspires you to just get up and get moving. It is still quite early in the morning. I went for a 6-kilometer run this morning, came back, did some workouts with my dumbbells, took a shower, and here I am ready to conquer the day. I thought I should just do like a recap of how Jan went in terms of wellness business. As most of you might be aware that I am on the 75 medium challenge. It's a 75-day fitness and wellness challenge. I love me a good challenge, and this is why I decided to do it again. You know, and it's always great when you start in the year off to just go hard, you know, and I think I did well so far. The first thing on the list is to drink 3 liters of water a day, which I actually googled like how much water I should personally be intaking. So the reason why I always say that this is a template, you need to tailor it to what is going to suit you, because not everyone should be drinking 3 liters of water a day. If you've got a smaller frame, that's a bit too much. So you need to do research to find out how much water you should be intaking. And according to my research, I should be drinking 3 liters of water a day. I have been drinking a minimum of 2 liters. I'm gonna try this month to really be consistent with 3 liters of water. 145-minute workout a day. Oh, for the most part, I think I work out for about a minimum of an hour and a half, but at the gym I do about 2 hours plus, which is actually more than what is required. And I should be clocking in 8,000 steps a day, which so far so good, and reading 20 minutes per day. So I decided to go back to a book that I've read twice before, but I don't feel like I have digested and absorbed the information as it was intended as I did this time around. Am I making sense? So this book really just enlightened me quite a bit, opened up my eyes to a lot and my mind to a lot of things, and I just thought to go back. Year of Years is what I read throughout January. The 31st of Jan, I literally read the last chapter. Some of you might be familiar with this book. If you were to ask me if I would recommend the book, I would definitely give it a big yes. I would recommend it. It really just inspires and motivates you to just go for the things that you want to go for. One of the things that inspired Shonda to write this book is because her sister actually said to her, you never say yes to anything. And I feel like I have been that person that always says no and always finds excuses as to why I'm not doing certain things. So I also decided to challenge myself this year to say yes a little bit more, but not so much so yes for external things on other people. Yes to myself, you know, yes to reading up a little bit more and less time on my phone. Yes to doing a lot more creative things. Yes to being outside. Yes to, you know, cultivating and nurturing new friendships. Yes to working on myself, working on my goals. This is what this book is really about. But I think it's self-explanatory that year of yes, you're saying yes to a lot of things that you would usually say no to. You know, one of the chapters in here is saying yes to being beautiful, saying yes to my body, whatever it is that you want to do. Then the next one was to avoid unhealthy foods and drinks. I think I also did pretty well on that. I'll start with alcoholic beverages. The last time I had an alcoholic, well, prior to the challenge was on the 4th of January. But throughout the month, I didn't have a drink. I only had one, like this past weekend, literally on one day, just as a little celebration drink. But I have really reduced, not that it was a problem, but I just chose to like not cut it out, just reduce how much of it I intake. So for the most part during the month, I'm not gonna consume any alcohol. Also reduced how many times I drink like fizzy drinks and all the stuff that is full of sugar. So I had a glass or two of Coca-Cola this past weekend. It went in. Haven't had crisps, chocolate, sweets, and all of that stuff. And I really do feel like it works for me. You know, it doesn't have to be like that for everyone. For me, it really helps. What else? I don't want to say I'm counting calories, but I'm very cognizant of what I'm eating, how much of it I'm eating. And with that being said, also I've been doing a lot of research on being on a calorie deficit diet. I'm not too confident yet to share like all the information. So I think once I get to a point where I fully understand it and I've tried it out and it works for me, I will share. But you can always just go into TikTok or even here on YouTube and just type in calorie deficit. You'll definitely find one that will make sense to you. And for that, I've been using this app came highly recommended, is the My Net Diary right there. This is what you use to like scan your food. Then it will let you know how many calories are in there. You just need to add how many servings of it you had. You can also calculate your water intake and all of that stuff. But I like to link all my apps to the health app because I don't want to be manually filling in or adding information on each and every single app. I mentioned that I also use the Fastic app for my fasting. So I was on a 21-day fast, but because I had like 1 or 2 cheat days, like literally at the tail end of my fast, I decided to extend it up until the 31st. I was supposed to end my fast on the 26th of Jan. I ended up finishing on the 30th. So I made up for it, you know. And yeah, that went well as always. I always start my year off with a fast just to detox my body and reset and all of that, and it's been amazing. And during that time, like I said, I gave up quite a lot of like foods that are high in sugar and oil and fats and all of that stuff. And I also gave up social media, so I deactivated my Instagram and TikTok account, and that is like one of the best decisions I could have ever made for myself, because I feel like as good as both platforms can be for depending on why you're on there and what you use them for, I also feel like it's easy for all of us to get sidetracked and to be bombarded with information. We also tend to compare a lot of ourselves or the things that we're doing with the next person. You'll have a plan that you set up for yourself by yourself, and because now someone else is doing something similar but they're doing it differently, you suddenly start doubting yourself. And I don't want all of that information to obscure my plan and what I was trying to do. I've done this a couple of times, and it's not really like my first rodeo, the 75 challenges, the fasting and all of that. I really just wanted to do things my way, figure it out, and I'm glad that I did. I've become a little bit too comfortable. It's almost like I'll never go back, but I will. I mean, there's people that I've cultivated relationships with, that we interact with on social media. I miss TikTok for the laughs, But it's not a train smash, man. My life has been actually super great without all of that noise. You know, I've been able to think clearly. I've been able to pick up a book and actually read it and finish it in record time. I even went ahead and got myself a coloring book, which is something that I'm gonna get into with these coloring in pencils. I haven't started yet. This is from P&A. How much was this? It was 56 Rand. Yeah, so it's still empty. This is what I'm gonna do. I've been watching a lot of K-dramas. I feel like with K-dramas, they really force you to focus because you are not understanding, so you must read the subtitles. So I've been watching a lot of K-dramas. Actually, also started a new series. Shonda Rhimes is the exec producer and the writer and creator of Grey's Anatomy, and she speaks a lot about it. So I thought, you know what, let me go and start a new series. That's also something that I'm saying yes to. I'm not usually like, I haven't always been like a TV person like that. I watch YouTube and watch King and watch a lot of reality TV. But I'm trying to diversify the type of content that I consume. So I just thought, let me try my hand at it. During December, I was trying my hand at watching a whole movie by myself, which I still struggle with a little bit in terms of concentration. I tend to be sidetracked quite a bit and distracted by a lot of things, but I'm getting there. So I'm starting this Grey's Anatomy series. I think it's on Disney Plus. Ooh, it's 22 seasons, but it's fine because I'm trying to really not, you know, rot on my phone, because I feel like that's what I've just been doing. It distracts me from my goals, and you know, it really still steals my focus. Yeah, so I think that's basically all that I've been doing, and this is the book that I need to try and get through in the month of February. I did start it sometime last year, but I feel like my head was not in the right place, so I'm just going to start over with this book and see how many books can I really get through this year, because I've always been like an avid reader. I wouldn't necessarily classify myself as a bookworm, but from high school I've always been a reader. My mom would buy books. Yeah, I think that's basically it, guys. I've just been literally working out. I'm in the gym twice a week now, trying to see if I can do 3 times. Mondays usually do a run. Like today I went for a 6-kilometer run, came back, lifted some dumbbells, did a few squats, lunges, whatever the case. So I alternate between gym, running in my neighborhood, and going for long walks, drinking my water, taking my supplements, but I try not to overwhelm my body as well, and really just being laser focused on my goals, because I don't want to go through another year and feel like I have failed myself because I was not intentional, I was not dedicated, I was not committed to my goals. I am the focus this year, and other things. I'm not saying that I'm neglecting other people. I'm just saying that I want to give myself another shot at working on myself and making sure that I at least tick off a few boxes come December. Also with working out, I am on week 5 now. I want to see if I can do 50 weeks, if I can clock in 50 weeks of consistent working out. So as much as the goal now is to lose like 15 kgs in 7 months, meaning by my birthday in July, I want to be a certain weight. And the goal is also to lose like 2 kgs per month. January, I only got to lose 1.8 kgs, which doesn't sound like much, but I really hoped that I would get to exactly 2 kgs. I'm still trying to get over that. I know it's not a train smash. I hope that I can do much better in February. I know the type of person that I want to see myself transition into in the new chapter of my life that's upcoming. So I need to start now. I can't wait until then for it to work out. But I'm also really just trying to give myself a lot of grace where possible. For example, like I am very mindful of what I'm consuming. I manage my portions, but because my family is so supportive of what I'm doing, that during the week, we know we all eat in a certain way. So what we used to do is usually Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're having takeouts, and we've obviously reduced that now. At Fridays, we make our own, like we make homemade burgers or chicken wraps, and then we probably have takeouts on a Saturday. But I'm also being mindful of what I consume and how much of it. So, you know, like once a month, you know, when we go out, we would usually, I don't know, enjoy whatever that we used to enjoy together. So that's why I always give myself grace and have like that one open or free weekend type of vibe, just so at least, you know, we all feel like we are one. That I'm not there, they are there, we're together, and I don't want to constantly be like a party pooper. I don't know what your plans have been, I don't know what you've accomplished, but whatever it is, guys, don't give up. Keep pushing, keep going. There's light at the end of that tunnel, and you can definitely do it. Don't be hard on yourself. Give yourself the same grace that you give to everyone else. Give yourself grace as well. Yeah, I don't want to make this video long, guys. I don't know if this video is going to reflect what I wanted to do, but it's just basically me recapping on what I've been doing in January, which is like a dry run, and now we're going to take it up a notch in February, but you know, and still just be focused on our goals. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a huge thumbs up so YouTube can recommend my videos to more people. And if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing so we can grow our community. If you're not shy, please leave me a comment down below, and if you can, please do share my content. I'll see you in another episode of Wellness Wednesday, or just regular vlogging with Life and Gilosi.